Hey, Mikey.
Yeah.
You have a thing that you did.
I do. I wrote an 11-question quiz that is a this or that.
Hell yes. I'm so excited.
It is very much a Mikey quiz where I am a character in the you'll see. You have to tell me if this is a Charles Dickens character, a Game of Thrones character, or a character I made up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm so into this.
All right. Do we want to do teams, or how do we want to break this up?
I will go.
Would it be better for you to have teams, or should we all just holler?
Yeah, just you guys can all guess, keep track of your own score, or okay. So we'll answer in the order on the screen. TQ, Colin, Dan, Graham. All right, number 1. Poiliver Prance, the dough merchant. By the way, there is an occupation listed with all of these people, or it's their occupation or nickname, because Charles Dickens is weird.
Some kind of epithet.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Poiliver Prance, the dough merchant. TQ, is that a Charles Dickens character, a Game of Thrones character, or a character I made up?
No spoiling.
Can you repeat it again?
Yeah. Oh, hi chat, by the way.
Yeah, chat's asleep for me, yeah.
Okay. Poiliver Prance, the dough merchant.
I've hidden my chat.
You made it up.
All right. Colin, what do you think?
I want to say Charles Dickens.
Dan?
Dickens.
And Graham.
Yeah.
I'm struggling between those two. I'm confident it's not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's what I did.
I feel like you could easily have made this up, but I think I'm going to go Dickens.
TQ was right. I made that one up.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right. Number 2, we'll go the other way. Graham, over to TQ. Mr. Stiggens, the deputy Sheperd.
Deputy Sheperd. Mr. Stiggens.
Mr. Stiggens, the deputy Sheperd.
This time I will go Dickens.
Dan?
I mean, that sounds like a Ringworld character.
Deputy Sheperd.
I have read the Game of Thrones series, and I have no memory of a character named Deputy Stiggens. But I have not read all of Dickens. So really the question here is, would Mikey make up 2 in a row? And if so, are these going to be 100% characters you made up?
And
That'd be
there
so
is
funny.
the
And there is a
character
risk of that.
Mikey entering the chat.
Yeah. So, Dickens, I guess.
Colin?
I don't know, because this does feel made up to me. But at the same time, I am not well read in the world of Dickens or Game of Thrones.
Chuck Dickens?
Yeah.
Chucky D?
Chucky D. The lesser known Chuck. I'm going to say you made this up.
All right. And TQ?
I'm pretty sure it's Dickens.
It was Dickens. So TQ is 2 for 2. That is from the Pickwick Papers.
The minute it's Game of Thrones,
His
I'm going to
first
be
book.
so bad.
Number 3, starting with TQ. Maggie the Frog.
Maggie the Frog.
I just want to say that was also points for Dan and myself.
I don't know. So, Game of Thrones, because I don't know it.
Colin.
Yeah, I was thinking Game of Thrones too. It just sounds like some sort of street urchin.
Dan.
It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I knew you'd know.
I'm so much
Oh,
happier now.
Graham, I just gave it to you. Sorry.
No, I for what it's worth, I was also like this.
You guys were all I mean, that's the fortune teller.
Yeah, she's
that talks
she's
to little Cersei.
What
yeah,
does she look like?
Not great.
Not great.
Oh,
no.
never mind. I won't Google it.
Yeah.
All right. Number 4, Graham.
Yeah, she's only in one scene, but she's an integral character.
Uh-huh.
Bernadette the Handmaiden.
You made it up.
Dan.
Dickens.
Colin.
I don't. It feels so
this is
generic at the
a-
same time. Like, I don't know.
This is definitely a character from The Big Bang Theory.
Ha!
Made up.
All right. And TQ.
Welcome in, Raiders. It's either Dickens or you made it up, but I'm torn. I want to say you made it up.
I got all 4 of you.
No!
How? That is Cersei's handmaiden.
Oh, it was.
No.
Oh, I feel like $1 million.
I
right
really
now.
thought that I was
No.
like, that's not the name though.
I couldn't. It was.
I really
yeah.
fell off the GOT. What can I say?
Flossing tonight. Number 5. Who are we on? Back to Graham.
Yeah.
Mr. and Mrs. Miserable, the Odd Couple.
Dickens.
Dan.
Dickens.
Colin.
I haven't said Dickens in a while, so Dickens.
TQ.
I'm pretty sure you made it up, but you based it off of something else.
So I made it up as your answer.
Yeah.
I got everybody but you, TQ. Oh. All right. Number 6. Back to TQ.
Did you
TQ's
make that
crushing
off
it.
See,
of
that's
a
what-
Dickens?
yeah.
Did you make that joke off? Because there's a Dickens book where there is like a reference to those types of names, isn't there?
Yeah.
I was basing it on names that sounded close that I was looking at.
I guess that's the whole point of the game. I just
yeah.
got it. I'm good now.
yeah. Number 6. Mr. Fulare, the Pantomimist. I don't know why I just freeze framed.
The Pantomimist.
Who are we on? If we're on starting with
TQ.
It's me.
TQ? Yeah.
Pantomimist.
Mr. Fulare, the Pantomimist.
Dickens.
Colin.
I'm gonna say Dickens, because I don't think Game of Thrones would have a pantomimist.
That's how I get you. Dan.
It's true.
Game of Thrones.
Graham.
I'm going with Dickens, but I don't think pantomimist is like. Surely it'd just be an actor or a theater performer. Why pantomime? Maybe they study.
He does
pantomime.
only pantomime. This is Dickens. It is a character from Nicholas Nickleby.
Yes, let's go.
Graham.
So who got point there? Me and Colin. And
He
Dickens?
refers to himself as a pantomimist. For the
Wow.
record.
Mm-hmm.
Number 7. Kraster, the tentative ally.
Is me, right?
Yeah.
I vaguely recall a name like that or similar. So I think Kraster is Game of Thrones.
Dan.
Game of Thrones.
Colin.
Game of Thrones. I guess.
TQ.
Game of Thrones because Dan went Game of Thrones very confidently.
Yeah, that sometimes I play with fire a little too much. That Kraster is the guy that like does crimes out in that hut near the Night's Watch.
Oh yeah, with all the
The crime hut guy.
right. And he's got like a
they head out
bajillion
to
children,
Craster's
and it's
Keep,
real
but
gross.
Yeah.
To be fair, I tried to watch Game of Thrones because I thought I would like it, but it's just so intense that
It is very intense.
I just get upset.
Yeah, reasonable.
They get very fun from here. Back to TQ.
Okay.
Miss Minetta Crummies, the infant phenomenon.
Did you get the latest?
I don't remember this from anything.
Did you get the latest Miss Minetta Crummies action figure?
It's the Crummies. It's the
This one's
Crummies
the
that got
infinite
me.
phenomenon.
It's the Crummies that got me.
Miss Minetta Crummies, come on down.
I think you made it up.
Colin.
This sounds so made up. This sounds so made up.
Dan.
Dickens. YOLO.
If it's
Graham.
Dickens, I'm gonna be so mad.
What was the epithet again?
The infant phenomenon.
The infant phenomenon.
Infinite.
Miss Minetta Crummies, the infant phenomenon.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Crummies.
please, let's go Dickens. Come on, be real.
It is Dickens.
Yes!
Again.
No.
Nicholas Nickleby for the second time. I love Charles Dickens. I'm a weirdo.
I'm starting to realize that I've only read like the serious Dickens, and a lot
What
of
is
Dickens
this
is
Dickens
apparently
from?
extremely silly.
Oh yeah, he wasn't having it. He's like England, nah.
He was
Oh,
the weirdest
right.
thing about Dickens is that he was a superstar. Like when he visited America, like people were like he had to move hotels in secret because people would swarm them.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about this.
All right, we're back to Graham.
Yeah.
Number 9, Pantel, Plainwater, the twice married.
Oh, Pantel Plainwater. This doesn't feel like Dickens.
Sounds like a Magic the Gathering card.
I know
It does.
It really does. I will go with Game of Thrones for this one.
Dan.
Game of Thrones.
Colin.
What's the name again?
Pantel, Plainwater, the twice married.
It's got to be Game of Thrones.
And TQ.
Game of Thrones.
That's a Mikey original.
Ah.
Damn.
That Mikey, he's
He
good
got
at
us
this.
again.
It's like he's a writer or something.
He can't keep getting away with it.
He's about to. Number 10. Back to TQ. All right. Gruff and Tackleton, the toy merchant.
Is that one person?
That is
Gruff?
one person with an and in their name.
Gruff.
Gruff and Tackleton, the toy merchant.
Dickens.
Colin. Standing up, feeling the heat.
Gruff and Tackleton.
Gruff and Tackleton.
And Tackleton. Hello, I'm Gruff and Tackleton.
Gruff and
Gruff and Dickens. Why not?
Dan.
This does feel like the kind of thing that Dickens would write, in that it's like he changed his name to Gruff and Tackleton because people thought it was more Like they took the name of your business more seriously if they assumed
Yeah, it was
that somebody
terrible.
else had that you had a business partner. Like this does sound like the kind of thing that Dickens would write a whole satire about. So I'm gonna say Dickens.
Graham.
Same answer for like the opposite reason, which is it's so weird. I don't think that like all the ones that Mikey's written have been great, but I
Yeah.
don't think that Mikey would be like, I'm just gonna put a word "and" in the middle of someone's name.
That's where you screw up, because I would.
But you also
Um,
haven't done repeats.
That's
like
true.
2 in
I'm
a
saying,
row,
I'm saying Dickens.
So this one shocked me because this was Charles Dickens that even I didn't know. From Cricket on the Hearth. I think his name actually just is Gruff, but he's so big and bulky that people give him 2 names.
Oh, cute.
Amazing.
That's like you.
Charles Dickens, very clever, that guy. Somebody should give him a job.
Yeah.
So who got points there?
Hire
Was it-
this guy.
I think we all said Dickens.
Yeah, I think
think so,
all of
yeah.
you nailed that one.
Let's go.
All right, and last one. So right now, TQ has 7, Colin has 4, Dan has 5, Graham has 6. Graham can make a play for first place if TQ misses this. So self-own has to happen before. All right, number 11. Spice King, the Merchant.
Spice.
I've seen him on TikTok.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Spice King.
Who's up? Is it me?
Yeah.
All right. Game of Thrones.
Dan.
Game of Thrones.
Colin.
I think that was the guy's name.
Colin.
So
Guy's
if
name
I
was
go Game of Thrones,
Metagame it.
I know. Like we're metagaming on metagaming. here.
Yeah,
Wait, did
you
Graham
should-
and
you
Dan
should've
both say
been-
Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but I have no idea.
But Dan sounded confident. But
no, but this is the
I
thing.
can at least-
It's a detail from a book that I haven't read in like 5-6 years. So there's a very good chance that this is one of those like Mikey originals where it's like, okay, it kind of sounds like the character. It's like in the same cadence of the character's name,
yeah.
but is not actually the character's name. So
My name is Spice James.
because there are a bunch of characters like that in Game of Thrones where it's like, oh, dude comes from far away and he just wanted his business to like sound really impressive, so he called himself the Spice King. Yeah.
The
There's
Spice
tons of
King.
that kind of stuff in Game
Exactly.
of Thrones. So
But I'm going to go Dickens
All
so that I
right.
can at least tie with Dan.
I like it. TQ.
I'm gonna go Game of Thrones because I don't remember it, so that seems safe.
It was Game of Thrones. He was the merchant who had the name that he didn't think anyone could pronounce.
yeah.
So he just went by Spice King. Anyway, that was my dumb quiz.
I
where
wasn't.
took-
great,
It was
Mikey.
so fun. I felt like
Three-
I
That
got
was a
to
lot of
do
fun.
stuff.
I love taking things that shouldn't be confused with each other and finding a way to make them confusing.
It was so good.
Thank you. Pantel, Plainwater for life.